What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Hey. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Come on in. Come on in. If you have not already, please hit that like button. Come on and take a seat. There's 49 people in the room. We have plenty of space down front. Come on in here and take a seat, y'all. Let me say hi to the people and let's get into this. Okay. Hey, Amber. Hey, Miss Sharon. Hey, Below Tan. How you doing, Citizen Jane? You forgot it was Friday, girl. Hey, Tamara. Miss Parker. Miss Parker. Hey, powerful little baby. Angela, how you doing? L Love Corray. Hey, Brandon. Hey, King Ebby. Yana. Hey. Hey, Mia. Jonathan. Hey, really being tried. What's everyone having for dinner? I'm trying to pick something to eat. I just had I didn't have a lot for dinner. I went to this restaurant that's not too far from me, and I just ordered a couple of appetizers. So I ordered like Brussels sprouts and wings and some shrimp. So I ate a little bit of everything. I didn't eat all of any of it. I ate a little bit of the shrimp. I ate a little bit of the Brussels sprouts. I ate a couple of the wings. So that was my dinner. Love the orange. Your favorite color? What's orange? I don't want no orange, but thank you. Stuffed bell peppers. Oh, okay. Have you finished washing and packing for your trip? I'm about 95% done. My suitcase is packed. My suitcase is packed. What I have to do, I'm looking for. I have a blue bag that you know how you it comes with a pouch. I can fold it up and put it in a pouch. And I like to take that bag when I travel because I like to have it just in case I have more stuff coming back than I had going. And I don't have to like buy like I've traveled before and had to buy a bag because I had so much junk coming back. And I can't find it. I like to use that bag. I like to take that bag with me. So when I get off of here, I looked for it last night, but I guess I wasn't diligent enough. Um, and I know I've had it recently because I used to use it to go to the gym. So I checked the laundry room. I checked in my car. I looked in the back seat. I looked in the trunk. I did look upstairs, but it's got to be upstairs somewhere. Like I don't know where that bag is, but it's not a bag I would have thrown away, and it's like a turquoise color, so it stands out. It doesn't blend in. I looked in my closet where I keep all my purses and my bags, and I don't see it unless I folded it up and zipped it up in its pouch, and then I would have. No, I don't know where it is, but I really want to find that bag because my suitcase is packed. And normally I take my backpack, but I don't want to take my backpack this time. So anyway, y'all, it's 5:45 and it's still 98 degrees in my town. Child, yeah, it was hot. It was yesterday and today. Well, the heat index was over 100. Today they said it was actually gonna go over 100, and I think it did. It felt like it. Hey, Mr. Meter Joe. Oh, it looks orange on your TV. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have this. Yeah, the shirt is red, the lipstick is red. But thank you though if it look orange to you, girl. I mean, not girl, Montrez. I'm sorry, not girl. I had Asian food for lunch. That's also for dinner. Okay, it does look orange. Okay, well yeah, the shirt's red, but if it's looking orange on y'all's TVs, I just hope it's not clashing with the lip color. I'm not eating nothing until it's cooler. I cannot. I know that's right. This house has too much stuff. It does. I keep telling y'all I need to purge. I really need to purge. I have 2 bags upstairs right now just full of clothes I need to take to the Goodwill. I told y'all I need to purge. It'll turn up. I needed to turn up tonight though. I needed to turn up tonight. I stuffed myself with some rice cooked with sofrito and baked chicken. Oh, that sounds good. Channel 4 says it feels like a hunt. Listen, I was out in it all day. I am tired. You know, the heat drains you, and I'm tired. I was out in it all day. I had all week to run errands, and I didn't think about half the stuff I needed until today. Um, you doing Swedish death clean? I need to listen. I need to purge. Oh, I just have stuff everywhere, and then I just have stuff everywhere, and I'm not maximizing my space. Like I have like places where I have empty cabinets and places where I can put stuff, and I'm not maximizing my space. So, and I have too many clothes. Like I'm just gonna call a thing a thing. I have clothes coming out of my ears. Like if I could show you this couch behind me of all the stuff that I pulled out to pack that I didn't take. Ridiculous. Hey, Queen Diva. Hey, my listen, Queen Diva. Guess where I'm getting ready? I'm going in the morning. I am getting on a plane going to Jamaica in the morning, honey. I know you did your vacation there earlier this summer. You'll be purging more in 2 weeks. Yeah. I said I was gonna do it this summer, but I ain't been home this summer. So I did put together. I do have 2 bags to go to Goodwill, and I probably can get together a third one before it's all over said and done. I just haven't thrown a lot of stuff away, and that's probably I have a lot of stuff that I can throw away. But anyway, I'm gonna get there, child. I'm gonna get there. But I need to find that bag. I really, really need to find that bag because I don't want to put too much stuff in my. I have more space in my suitcase, but I don't want to put too much stuff in my suitcase. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be overweight. Yes, I have a direct flight, so I don't have a layover or anything like that. So, I mean, if I have to take my book bag, I will. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to take my book bag, but it's not a big deal. Like if I have to take it, I will. It's not a big deal. Oh, I go to the Goodwill a couple of times a year. I've turned my extra bedroom into a closet and still only wear 25% of my clothes. Yeah, my extra bedroom has basically turned into the place where things go to die. Like, it's just stuff. You know, it's clothes and it's boxes and it's containers. And yeah, that's what I said. That's where I want to start because I'm going to clean out that back bedroom. And I want to move my studio up there so that I'm not literally sitting in my living room. You know, I could put a TV and all that. So that's my goal. It was going to be my goal before the end of the summer. I'm going to have to push that back to the end of the year. But my goal is to be up in that back bedroom. I'm going to get rid of the bed that's back there and just get like a futon or something. Because Niecy's the only one that really stays with me. And she don't have no problem pulling out the futon. She wouldn't care about pulling out a futon. And it'll just free up more space in that room that, like, I don't need that bed every day. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway. Child, come on in. It's some seats up front. It's 100 people. We got some seats up front, child. We just in here talking. Hey, what's up, Callie girl? We just talking. Hey, T. Jones, leave some room to bring back some liquor. Child, there's always room for liquor. That's why I know I need to take a second bag. That is why I know I need a second bag because some of them clothes might not be in my suitcase coming back. They might be in that second bag. And my suitcase will be the have where the liquor and stuff is. A whole bedroom of clothes. Yes, honey. Don't sleep with my clothes. Okay. So let's get into some of these things. Child, I've been out all day. My mom had surgery this morning and she's in recovery now. She's out. But I was up early because I took her to the hospital. I thought it was just going to be me and her, but then my dad decided that he was going to go. And I told my mama, I said, now, you know good and daggone well he wasn't going to let you go to the hospital by yourself. I don't even know what you thought that was. I don't even know why you thought that was going to be a thing. So when I got to my mama's house at the crack of dawn this morning, I got there and my mother was like, your father's in the bathroom. He's coming. I said, oh, he's going? She said, yeah. And she rolled her eyes like, I said, you act like you ain't, like, girl. So we went to the hospital this morning. Child. Hey, Just P, new subscriber. Well, welcome. I was gonna say congratulations. Welcome. Y'all, everybody in the chat. Welcome, y'all welcome Just P to the chat. Thanks for coming down and saying hi and introducing yourself. Welcome to the tribe, my love. Welcome. We just listen, this is a tribe meeting. We just talking. We're gonna get to the topics in a minute, child. We just running our mouth. But take very little clothes. Lord, you done said that after I done packed now, Queen Diva. I done packed. But I didn't. Like I said, I left a lot of stuff. Like I said, if I move and y'all see what's behind me on this couch, y'all will be like, that don't make no sense. I left a lot of stuff here. I really did. I really did leave a lot of stuff. Because that's how I pack. I pull stuff out and then I edit down. Like I put everything out that I want to take or I think I want to take, and then I edit down. So I honestly didn't take as much stuff as I pulled out. So now I just got to take all that stuff back upstairs and put it back where it's supposed to be. But anyway, so my mama is in recovery, child. My daddy on his way back up to the hospital. They're going to leave her overnight. No, you're absolutely right. I'm not taking no makeup. Why am I taking makeup? Because I'm going to be in the pool every day. I'm taking some lipstick and that's it. Because I'm going to be in the water every day. Every day. Oh, shoot. See, I knew I was going to forget something. Damn it. I'm not going back out this house. I'm not going to another daggone store. I forgot sunblock. I don't believe that. I done been to Target and CVS and the grocery store. And I forgot sunblock. Son of a biscuit eater. Damn. I mean, I know they got sunblock in Jamaica. I'm not worried about it. If push come to shove, I'm sure. I don't have an Instacart account, Abby. I don't have Instacart. I'm sure they have sunblock. I'm sure they have sunblock. Thank you, Yana. Yeah, she's in recovery. She's in recovery. You know, my mama didn't even tell me about this surgery, child. Let me tell y'all something. She gonna tell me while we were in Williamsburg, and I was like, "I'm sorry, excuse me. You have what?" She told me something. Oh, I didn't tell you. No, you didn't tell me. She didn't tell me. She didn't tell my sister. And then she had an attitude with us, like we weren't supposed to have an attitude with her, that she didn't tell us she was having surgery. I said, you don't get to have an attitude, ma'am. You don't get to have an attitude with us because you didn't tell us that you was having surgery. You don't get to have an attitude with us. Exactly, C. Golden. Exactly. These parents are so difficult to raise. You ain't lying. But anyway, child, let's get to these topics. But that's why I was gonna come on yesterday, but I really was just trying to just get stuff done around the house. I had to take the trash out, go through, clean out the refrigerator, all that kind of stuff. So I was just trying to get stuff done. I was out running errands yesterday, and I cannot believe that the main thing I forgot was sunblock. Because I was actually talking about it yesterday when I was at the when I was getting my mani-pedi. I was talking about it because I was like, I don't tan. I do my best to stay out the sun. When I go to the beach, I sit under I pay for the canopy. I don't just want a chair. I want the canopy. I don't do the tan thing. And I wear the highest sunblock I can ever. Whatever they have, I get the most expensive one. I may run out when I get off of here because I can't. I gotta do sunblock. Yeah, when I get off of here, I'm gonna have to run down to the CVS. You still in Turks and Caicos? You better have a good time, honey. Have I ever been to Africa? I have been to Kenya. Yes, I have. I've been to the continent of Africa. You said you've been to South Africa, but not Africa. Thank you, Queen D. But thank you, everybody, for praying for my mom. Yeah, she's older, so it's always, so she was in recovery. So I felt better about that. I was up there for a couple of hours today, and then I had to go run some errands and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just run out and go get the sunblock. Damn, I'm so mad at myself. When I tell y'all I have been to the in the last 24 hours, I have been to the grocery store, the CVS, and Target. And I forgot to buy sunblock. I've been to all three places that sell sunblock. Anyway, child, so while we were gone, child, they had a whole press conference today for Carlee Russell. Listen. For those of y'all who were here, y'all have been on this roller coaster with me. Y'all know that I was one of the people that was hoping against hope that she was telling the truth. And I even said that I believed her until I got new information. And then I had to come down here and tell y'all people that I got new information, and that's why I had to change my mind. And I had to just go on with y'all and be like, girl, that y'all lied. Okay, she lied. And then she came out and she admitted that she lied. So we are all there. So when they announced the press conference today, I said, well, they about to charge her. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when, where, how. But I knew they was gonna charge her. Okay, I knew they was gonna charge that girl. So they done charged her. Now, what we found out in the press conference today, is that in the state of Alabama, the most they can charge her with are a couple of misdemeanors, which really don't hold a lot of weight. And so not only are they charging her and they're asking the DA to basically find something else to charge her with, they just said in the press conference today that we reached out to the DA and was like, look, if you could think of anything, we don't care if it's a law from 1782, if you could find something to charge this girl with, because what she did was ridiculous. It had so much national attention. It embarrassed everybody. It embarrassed her family. It embarrassed us. It had us looking crazy, had people scared the kids going out here, little babies on the side of the road. Like, it was a mess. And we mad that we cannot charge her with more than what we are charging her with, right? So now they said they're gonna try to petition the state legislature to create some law. So now it's gonna be the Carlee Russell law. Listen, because you know they like naming stuff after people. Baby, it's gonna be Carlee Russell. It's gonna be the Carlee Russell law. They let you take the liquor on the plane. I thought you couldn't take the liquor on the plane no more. I thought they stopped doing that. Now we want to overcharge her because we mad we believed it. Right. My thing is this. Listen, she lied. It was ridiculous. It was embarrassing. It was unnecessary. We still don't know why she did it. We still don't know what her reasoning is. But at the end of the day, y'all just want to overcharge her because y'all mad. Y'all just mad. And I'm not saying you don't have a right to be mad. Let's be clear. I'm not saying that y'all don't have a right to be mad. But that's what it is, you know. And then they done released the girl's mugshot where they got her smiling. Now listen, I'm gonna say this, and I know what y'all gonna say. I know what y'all are gonna say. Y'all gonna say, really, you still caping for this girl? You still caping for this girl? I know that's what y'all gonna say. But baby, I feel like they set her up with that mugshot. I feel like somebody said something that was funny, and they were like, click, and then they posted that as her mugshot. I don't feel like that girl was in there and she was really like, I don't really feel like that's how it went down. I feel like they set that girl up. I feel like somebody said something funny, she laughed, and they was like, oh, get it. I don't know. And if she is in there smiling like that, then there's something wrong with her. Then she really need to be under some sort of psychiatric evaluation. Because ain't nothing funny. And you can't possibly still think this is funny. You can't possibly still think this is a game. Girl, you had the silver handcuffs on you. You had the silver bracelets on you, girl. You have a mugshot. You have been charged. Your parents had to put up a bond, even though it was only $2,000, but still, like, you went through a whole situation. Something ain't right with that little girl. And I mean, I know she grown. I don't mean to say little girl like I know she grown, but something ain't right with her. I don't know what it is, and I'm not trying to make no excuses up. But if somebody got a problem, then somebody got a problem. Thank you for renewing your membership, Mr. Willie Brown. I appreciate you, my love. Yeah, something ain't look right with her. You know. And don't get me wrong, I ain't making no excuses because, you know, until they show me something different, then it is what it is. But some just don't look right with her. Some just, y'all don't think her mugshot just look crazy? Oh, you mean in the airport? Oh, yeah. You know what, Queen Diva? You right. Once you get on the other side of security, you right. Yup. You right. Y'all smart. Y'all be thinking. It's been a long time. Because when I went, we didn't bring any wine back. Did we bring any wine back last year? We brought back all that damn perfume. I know that. We went to Nice and we went to those perfumeries. Oh, that perfume smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. And she had nerve to be a nursing student too. Child. $2,000 is rent money. That ain't no chump change. It'd have been my mama. She would have left me. Child, my mama might have left me too after this situation. After y'all had my mama on TV looking crazy, my mama might have left me too. I ain't lying. I ain't gonna tell you no lies. My mama might have been like, now she might have came and got me next week. But I promise you she wouldn't have put no pep in her step to do it. Now, I believe that. I will say that seeing the mugshot and her boyfriend's Instagram, they make a stunning couple. What they charge her with, making a false statement to the police and something else, but they're both misdemeanors. It's making a false statement to the police and something else they charge her with. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. She probably was flunking out of nursing school. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe them grades was getting ready to come home. Her parents was like, Really, do you think her parents will speak out again? Not without a legal representation. I don't think they'll speak out without. Do I think they'll speak out? I don't. But if they do, I think it'll be a pre-written statement from a lawyer. I don't think they will do anything. False report. Yeah, false reporting of an incident. Thank you. Thank you, Kenya. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. So, but you would think that making a false statement to the police would already be a felony. You would think it would already be a felony, right? Because that's serious. Giving the police a false report, that's serious. Child. Oh, God. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so let's get into the rest of these things, child. Someone said her boyfriend cheated on her and went missing to get back at him. You know what? I mean, dumber things have been done for less reasons, so I can't say that anything is off the table. But baby, if that was it, girl, that's all I got. Well, while we were down, I want to send condolences to Gisele Bryant. I know we give her a hard time. I know we talk a lot about Gisele, but she did post today that she lost her father. Now, you know, we seen her father on the show a couple of times, most famously him basically cussing out Jamal Bryant. But we did see him on the show. So sending condolences and loves to Gisele and her daughters. Um, you know, like I said, you know, not liking her on the show don't have nothing to do with, you know, me feeling like, you know, we want to send those condolences and happy thoughts for her and her daughters. Um, what's up, P? Hey, girl. Um, we also found out that Tina Knowles officially, we got the word. Now, remember I told y'all last week that rumor was out there, but until I heard something formal, I wasn't gonna speak on it because you know, okay, she dropped, you know, Lawson from her name on Instagram, and we had seen her with that man. But until I saw something, I wasn't gonna say nothing. But she has filed for divorce. And she has asked that neither one of them be giving any sort of spousal support. What I'm listen, I don't know how many different ways I need to say this to people. And not that anybody is listening to me. Not that anybody. Yeah, he was a civil rights activist. I'm sorry. Yeah, Gisele's daddy was a civil rights activist. He was very active in his community. So yeah, definitely we lost a good one in him. But this what I'm gonna say about this child. This what I'm gonna say about this. I don't know how many different ways I gotta tell y'all this. Especially at their age, when they got married, there should just have been a prenup in place. There should just have been a prenup in place. I am pretty certain, and don't nobody, this is my opinion. This is my opinion, okay? I'm pretty certain that she is on payroll, right? She probably makes a good little penny. She's probably on payroll for something dealing with Rock Nation. We know that she's, you know, that in a pinch, she still makes things for Beyonce. We know that she still does those kinds of things for Beyonce. So I'm not, you know, we know that. And I'm sure that she gets, and I'm sure that we know she makes money somehow. I mean, I don't know her net worth and I don't care her net worth, but we know she got money in the bank. We know she's got assets, right? Same thing with Richard Lawson. Now, again, is Richard Lawson Denzel Washington? No. But over the years, he's been, you know, steady. You know, she's been steady. I mean, he's been a steady actor. I remember him being on All My Children back in the 80s, right? He has been a steady actor for many years. Again, I'm not saying he's a quadruple millionaire or nothing like that, but I'm sure he brings something to the table, right? I'm sure he brings something to the table. She brings something to the table. It seems to me she's worth 25 million. Yeah. I again, listen, if Beyonce, If I were worth what Beyonce's worth, my mama would be worth 25 million too. You feel what I'm saying? And we know that Tina has a skill. We know that. I'm sorry, Miss Knowles. I don't know that woman like that. See, I was raised with that kind of respect. I don't know her like that. We know that Miss Knowles has a skill set. So, and we know she's had businesses, and they had the House of Darion and all that kind of stuff. I don't understand why you had to ask anything in court about any type of spousal support. Because for real, I feel like y'all should have already had a prenup that basically says you keep what you got and I keep what I have. And unless they have built some sort of business together, unless they've started some sort of business together, there really shouldn't be nothing to talk about. If y'all moved, if y'all moved into a house together and both of y'all name is on that house, at this point, sell the damn house, or one of y'all buy the other one out. Like, Miss Knowles, if you love that house and that's your house, and you've decorated it and you found it and you picked it out, but both of y'all name is on it, just buy him out. If the house is worth $2 million, go and get it, break that man off $1 million and keep it moving. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't understand. You know, now maybe legally, because again, I don't know the laws in every state as it comes to divorce and stuff. Maybe legally she just has to do it that way, and that's fine. But I'm not going to call her Miss Beyonce. No, I'm not going to disrespect that woman like that. That woman's name is Tina Knowles. She is the mother too. There would be no Beyonce without her. I am not going to call her Miss Beyonce. I'm going to call her Miss Knowles. Okay? I like to see Richard and his daughter Bianca, aka Darla, work together. That would be cute. Really be. Why do you think people are saying that Richard took whatever was in that safe? Child, because maybe he did. I mean, I don't know them people like that. I mean, maybe Miss Knowles came home after being on tour all summer with Beyonce, and she came home to that house, went into her safe and saw the stuff missing, called the police and thought it had been stolen, not realizing that maybe her husband had, moved it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So they use Miss Tina's maiden name as her first name. Oh, okay. Then I apologize. Okay, well, I'm still going. I don't care that I ain't. So her name was Tina Beyonce. Oh, that's where Beyonce got her name from. I never knew where her name came from. I never knew where that name came from. Look at me learning stuff. Look at me learning stuff about Beyonce. I ain't even know. Look at me learning. Okay. See, look at the beehive getting me together. I ain't know, y'all. Honestly, I never knew where that woman's name came from. I never knew. Child, you learn something new every day. I swear you do. You just learn these things. You just learn these things. But neither here nor there. Yeah, well, I knew she was Creole from Louisiana because she told us that in Formation. I knew she was Creole from Louisiana. She told us in the song. I knew that. I saw that. Now I saw what people were talking about, the stuff he liked on Twitter, but I didn't see I never saw the post showing us what he liked. Listen, let me tell y'all something. If people went through my likes, they might. I don't know what he liked, so let me not say that. Let me not put myself in that category till I know what he was liking. I don't know what he was liking. Due to a clerical error. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you, Hammer. How you doing, my love? Thank you. Celestine and Beyonce. It's Tina's actual name. Y'all giving me way too much information. I appreciate it though. The Beehive is just getting me all together right now, child. He liked a lot of grungy amateur porn. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with liking a little porn. Listen, there's a whole lot of people that be liking porn. Now, what he made the mistake is doing it under his real Twitter name. He made the mistake of doing it under his real Twitter name. But it's a whole lot of people. If we went through y'all's Twitter, probably find some things. It was bad. What, the Twitter that he liked was bad? Was it snuff stuff? Was it that kind of? I mean, what was bad about it? What was bad about it? It was because it was porn. I mean, listen, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing wrong with porn. Ain't nothing wrong with watching porn. Ain't nothing wrong with amateur porn. Ain't nothing wrong with looking at a little BDSM. Ain't nothing wrong with looking at a little. Listen, it's nothing wrong with all that stuff. If that's what you enjoy, if that's what you enjoy. So, yeah, I mean, the only mistake he made was that he did it under his real name, which I don't know why. I mean, I guess he didn't know that stuff was that you could see it. You know what I'm saying? Even if he like gay porn, child, listen, people really need to just step out of, and I'm not saying this to you particularly, Corey. I'm just saying in general. It's funny to me how people don't have no problem if a woman gets caught watching girl on girl porn. Ain't no problem with that. But if it's a man watching man on man porn, then it's a problem. You see what I'm saying? It's that double standard. It's always that double standard. If a woman want to watch a threesome with two women and a man, ain't no problems with that. But if a man want to watch a threesome with two men and a woman, now it's a problem. Y'all know what I'm saying? People always do too much. And again, I'm not talking about you, Corey. I'm just saying people in general. I'm just making a general statement. They done disabled an adult site here in Virginia, child. Yeah, he must not know how to lie. Because again, I don't even be on Twitter enough. I don't know. I don't have nothing. I don't know what I have said on Twitter and what I don't have said on Twitter. I hardly ever use my Twitter. I mean, hardly ever use my Twitter. That's just like threads. Y'all done had me set. I done set up the threads and the spiel, and I don't think I done posted but once or twice on either one. So ain't nobody got time for all of that. I ain't got time for it. I don't even know how to take something I do on threads and post it on Instagram. I see how other people be posting it and have like the little threads, like the little thing in the background. I don't even know how to do that. I was going to get Abby to show me because, Abby be showing me how to do my social media stuff. I was going to get Abby to show me. I don't even know. But anyway, now you have to verify your age on porn sites. You should have to. Child, let me tell you something. Elon Musk and it's something wrong with him too. Don't even get me started on Elon Musk. He better be lucky he always got Tesla to fall back on because baby, you are with the way you are handling this Twitter situation, you are showing people more and more that you're just stupid. Why would you get rid of the little Tweety bird? Like that was just stupid. And what is the purpose of X? It's just stupid. Oh, child. Porn is free. Porn is free. T. Jones said, I don't even have no social media. I know that's right. Why are people so worried about what grown people are watching in their home as long as it isn't sick? That's what I'm saying. Like, try have fun. Thank you, Lady V. I see your fresh braids. Does my hair hurt? It was a little tight. But it don't. It was a little tight. It was a little tight. And he can't change the URL because X is what? He's just stupid. He's just dumb. That's just like they didn't change the name from Dunkin' Donuts to just Dunkin'. Why? Somebody was like, oh, because they sell more than more than donuts. Okay, and? So what? It's been Dunkin' Donuts for 5,000 years. Now all of a sudden y'all want to get fancy. Somebody done sat up in a boardroom somewhere and they done surveyed 100 people who said, well, maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't, why y'all get rid of the donut on the name Dunkin'? That's just stupid. We know he has Asperger's disease. I didn't know he had Asperger's, but that still don't change how I feel about him. I'm sorry. Like, that don't change how I feel about him. Asperger's is the high-end part of the spectrum. I don't change how I feel about him. Right, Red Lobster sell more than lobsters. Really be how long is your flight to Jamaica? It's like 3 hours and some change. You know what, Corey? I hadn't even noticed though. I know it's been dunking for a minute, but I promise you I hadn't even noticed. So somebody actually said something to me about it a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, what? I really hadn't noticed. I thought people just were saying Dunkin' because they just, weren't saying Dunkin' Donuts. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know they were just saying Dunkin' because they changed the name. Something in here flying around. Probably to avoid lawsuits or old shareholders. I don't know, child. Yeah, I mean, I knew they were calling it Dunkin', but I didn't know they were calling it Dunkin' because of that. Like, I didn't know. All right, let's get into what else we have going on here. Okay, let's hold on, y'all. Let's get into this right here. Let's get into this. Hold on. I meant to get this together. Hold on, let me get my life together. Um, well, I got money in my Rakuten account. Oh, I need to cash it out, honey. All right. We need to we need to have a conversation here. Whoever he got, he is on the billionaire spectrum, so he ain't that incapacitated. Hey, Shawnee. Hold on, y'all. We need to have a We need to listen within this tribe meeting. We need to have a meeting because we need to have a conversation. Where is it? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. What this gnat is flying around. Dang on it. Child, listen. I apologize. I think I downloaded. Oh, that's why I didn't do it. I think I uploaded my review for episode 4 before episode 5, and I skipped episode 4. So I'm gonna have to upload my review for Real Housewives of New Jersey episode 4. I'm gonna upload that today, and then I'm gonna give y'all the finale. The final episode. I saw the infamous table flip. We could talk about that at the end of this, child. We'll talk about the New Jersey. Maybe that first season had me, child. That first season, child. A meeting in a meeting. Really, but you see how Trump got 3 more charges. I know you don't care. I do care. What's up? Coming to the stage. Watermelon sugar. Um, um, yeah, meeting within a meeting because we gotta talk about them housewives, but we'll do that at the end. But let's talk about these housewives. I need y'all. We need to have a conversation right here. These are the looks from the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Uh so I mean, what do we think? What do we think? What do we think about this? First of all, was the color Tiffany blue, aqua green? Not sure what the color scheme was here. Um, because it looks like they got on all different shades of a blue or aqua green. I know everything doesn't come through clearly um with the camera. I know it doesn't always come through clearly, but let me come to the chat. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat about these looks. Mermaid tees. I hope the professional pictures are better. Too many feathers. None of them look great about the dress. That is, the color ain't working for me. That's how I feel about the Trump thing. It's not that I don't care, but call me back when he get convicted. That's how I feel about it. Okay, Miss Baythe says she likes candy. Rachel said they look a mess. Amber loves Candy and Kenya's dress. They are giving it to Boy. Oh, that is fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They look cheap. They never get it right. What's with the Teddy nightgowns? So let me say this about my opinion. Now, I will say this. I will reserve my best dressed. I reserve the right to change my opinion once I see the professional pictures. Because when they do the professional pictures, a lot of times you're able to see details and you're able to see certain things that you don't see, doesn't always come across in the group picture. This gnat that's flying around, it's getting on my nerves. But let me just say this for me. Um, just based on this picture, my best dressed look is Sheree. Now I'm not. I need to see it up close on the face and the makeup for Sheree, but just from the neck down, from what I'm looking at, that's my best dress. And that's and I'm not crazy about that. I hate Kenya's dress. I absolutely hate this. I don't like, let me tell you something. I don't like that under boob thing right there. I don't like it. I don't have no problem with boobage. I don't have no problem with boobage, but I don't like this under carriage boob thing right here. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know what this is going down her arm. What is that? What is that going down her arm? What is this? What's this right here? I'm just not. I'm not feeling that. Drew, I think I'm going to like it when I see the individual picture. I feel like I don't see enough of it for me to say yes, but I do like Drew's dress from what I see. And she might end up being my favorite once I just see each one of them. I do not like this Barbie Teddy look right here with Marlo. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Now it was probably Valentino or something, but y'all know I don't care. I don't care. What this y'all, this gnat is getting on my nerves. I don't care who made it. I don't care how much it costs. I don't like it, Marlo. Sonya, I mean, it's cute. It's safe. Sonya's is safe. It's cute. I like that blue. But overall, I'm not feeling this. I'm just not feeling this overall. Yeah, I don't know when the panel is going to do that. I would love for us to do it, but y'all know if they do it next week, and I think Scotty is traveling. I think Scotty is going to be here. Either that's next week or the week after next. I'm not sure. It might be next week. I think it's next week. I'm not sure. But I definitely, before the reunion, would love for us to sit down and go look by look like we did last year. I really would. But I just think it would be ugly. And y'all know blue is my favorite color. So let me say this. I like the color of Drew's dress. I like the color of Sheree's dress. I like the color of Marlo's dress. And I like the color of Sonya's dress, because that's my, blue is my favorite color. I do like the colors, Amber. I do. But the dresses itself, of course you would say that, Jonathan. Of course you would say that. So I reserve my right to change my mind. But in that picture, I do like Sheree's dress, and I like Drew's dress. I think Sonya's dress is safe. I hate Kenya's dress. I just don't like it. But again, I may see it on her and I feel differently, but I don't like it. Candy, it's not really doing it for me either, honestly. Candy does have blue in her dress, Jonathan. Stop being a hater all your life. Anyway. The other thing that I heard, it was a tweet down to the Twitter. Hold on, let me take this picture down, child. It was a tweet down to the Twitter that allegedly, the reunion wrapped early, and Andy Cohen was on his way to the Hamptons. Child, He posted on his social media him driving to the Hamptons yesterday and that the reunion ended early. Now, listen, let me tell y'all something. The reunions nowadays generally last longer than the reunions used to last. But I ain't never, and I mean never, have heard of a reunion ending early. If Andy Cohen had enough time to take his butt home, pack his bags, get his two children and his nanny together, and head up the road to the Hamptons for the weekend, baby, they didn't work hard enough. Ain't nowhere in the world that reunion was supposed to end in enough time for Andy to take his ass to the Hamptons. Y'all remember that Beverly Hills reunion didn't last? Remember they said it wasn't over till almost midnight. Them women were there till almost midnight. I'd be mad as hell if this reunion is 3 parts. I'd be so mad if they try to pull 3 parts out of this reunion. I'm gonna tell y'all now, if they pull 3 parts out of this reunion, I'm telling y'all gonna get one big review. I'm not playing that game. Or we just gonna go live. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. Frederick to Hollywood, yes. To be honest with you, they probably had the stuff that they wanted to talk about. They probably couldn't even talk about. Drew's stuff, they probably can't even really talk about because Drew is still in the process of going through her divorce. She probably can't even talk about half the stuff that they wanted to talk about. Kandi didn't really have nothing. She can't promote. The thing with Kandi is a big part of her storyline was the movie, but she can't promote the movie. She can't even talk about the movie because they're on strike. She said that on Watch What Happens Live. She can't do anything that will be seen as her promoting the movie, right? So her big storyline, and then we know that Kandi didn't even halfway film this season, which is part of her storyline, is that she wasn't there. Hell, that's why Kandi was at the end of the couch. Did y'all see the seating? Kandi was at the end of the couch. Marlo ain't had no storyline other than trying to get Kandi to apologize for what happened to her nephew. So, I mean, I guess they gave Marlo a segment about that. Sonya, congratulations. We saw the baby bump. She gonna talk about her pregnancy and she gonna talk about her relationship with her family. Okay, cool. Kenya can't talk about her daggone divorce. We're gonna get to that in a second. But Kenya can't really talk about nothing. What's she gonna talk about? What storyline did Kenya have? Other than that man she dating. What? Sheree Martell, they ain't even together. Put that in quotation marks. They ain't even together anymore. What's she gonna say about Martell? Because she spent the whole season caving for his ass. So what's she gonna come back and say now? I doubt very seriously she's gonna come back and be like, I was wrong and y'all were right. He wasn't shit. He was just using me. He ain't ish. Like, what is there to talk about? You was with him, you not with him. We damn sure don't care about She by Sheen. We don't give a damn about none of that. None of that. That storyline is tied through and delayed. Okay, I stole that from Terrence. You know what I'm saying? But it is tied through and delayed. There's nothing more. Listen, that orange has been squeezed. There is no more juice in that lemon, peach, orange. There's no more juice. Nothing left in that. It is empty. The cup have runneth over. It's done. We have been riding the She by Sheree train since season 1. And the caboose was the last season with that fashion show, which was fabulous. Sheree, you fumbled the motherfucking bag. Because that runway show was fabulous. It really was. There was stuff that went down that runway that I wanted to buy. Okay? I wanted to buy it, Sheree. And not only was your website down for 2 damn weeks after that, when it finally came back up, none of the shit that was on that runway was on your website. Now, we know why. We don't need to go back down that road. But the wardrobe is just like the season, just tied. nobody had anything worth 3 episodes. We just don't have it. My thoughts on the seating chart. I'm gonna be honest. At first, I was offended that Kandi was at the end of the couch, but then I had to remember, hell, Kandi ain't had nothing to talk about. However, Kyle ass don't never had nothing to talk about, and she don't never lose her seat. And Kyle ass, I mean, I shouldn't say that because this season she did have the situation with her sister, but Kyle ass don't be talking about nothing, and she don't never lose her seat. So I don't know. So yeah, I mean, honestly, when you look at the storylines, I mean, I guess, but that just goes to show what kind of season. When the OG don't even get her seat, that let you know. Of course you were, Jonathan. Listen, I need you to go talk to your therapist about why you hate Kandi so much. I do. Kandi lives rent free in your head, and I need you to go explore that. I think maybe secretly you got a crush on Kandi or something. I don't know. Jonathan, I need you to go. I need you to go explore that. I need you to go process and explore why that woman lives rent free in your mind. I really, really do. I love you, but I need you to go figure that out. Okay. Courtney Magneto probably come in for a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You don't even know that woman. You can't see her for who she is, and you don't know her. You see her for who you perceive her to be, but you don't know her. You ain't never had a conversation with Kandi. You ain't never spent time at Kandi house. You ain't been to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been invited over to play spades with her and Todd. You don't know her. You know what we see on TV. You know an edited version of that woman. You don't know Kandi. Hey, little Mackie. What little Mackie say? I wish people would stop saying Real Housewives of Atlanta is getting a reboot. It's not happening. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's not happening. I wouldn't say that. I think nobody thought they would ever do New York. And especially since New York has been successful, I absolutely could possibly see a reboot of the OC and of Atlanta. Honestly, I could see a reboot. I absolutely could. People forget that Real Housewives of New Jersey got a reboot because it was toxic racism played a part. And there were lawsuits galore, and that's why they got a reboot. Atlanta is nowhere near that level, but it was successful. The reason why it happened, yes, that's not what's going on in Atlanta, but it was successful, and Atlanta needs help. It was successful. And I'm gonna be honest with you. And Kenya, I think Kandi and Kenya would happily walk away. I think they would. I think Kandi and Kenya would happily walk away. Um, Kandi more so than Kenya, if I'm being honest. Um, yeah. You know, because remember, they originally were going to keep New York and do the legacy, and then they just never got off the ground. So, I mean, maybe they'll try that with Atlanta. Thank you, Miss Parker. Miss Parker, thank you for the super chat. She said, if Nene and Carlos' views are higher than a reunion, watch out. Nene will never let it go. Oh, well, child. Listen, I don't think anybody, whether you like Nene or not, I don't think anybody can deny that Nene could carry Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, I don't think anybody can deny that. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see Nene on OWN in some capacity on some sort of a reality show. I would not. Carlos loves Nene, and I could absolutely see that happening. I could absolutely see that happening. Kandi would have to be yanked off. She said she getting paid a lot to eat lunch with folks she don't like. Right, but that's what I'm saying. But I think that when I say she would happily walk away, I don't. What I mean is, I don't think it would be an issue for her. Like Kandi, she gets paid good money for Housewives, But let's be clear, it ain't her 100% income. You know, season 13 was not successful. A lot happened that season, which made Bravo say it's time to fix it because the old cast did not represent New York. Old Spice and Andy need to be rebooted. He's like Carson Daly going sour in our faces. Oh wow, Smoke. I don't like Nene due to her appearing like a mean girl. She is a mean girl, in my opinion. Not Kenya still in her service garage. I understand, Lil Mackie, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, regardless of the reason why they did it, it worked. It's working. It's working. And I've said this a million times. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've said this a million times. A lot of people do not want to go on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They have asked people and they don't want to do it. I think if you rebooted it and you said, hey, we're scrubbing it clean, we're bringing in fresh blood, we want a fresh palette, I think maybe they'd be able to circle back around to some people that maybe had turned it down before. Look at New York. Like, they have some legit heavy hitters on New York. Like, these are not sideline people. These are not people that you might have seen with somebody that knows somebody. These are legit people that they have on New York. I mean, they have Jenna, who is, I mean, a guru in the fashion field. They have Sai, who is a legit influencer that makes millions of dollars legitimately being an influencer. Like, these are real people who legit already had millions of followers and that kind of thing before they even came to any parts of a Real Housewife, right? So when you think about it from that perspective, if they decided to scrape the slate in Atlanta and say we're rebooting and we're looking for some fresh blood, I think they can maybe get some people and get some legit people. Because let's be clear, who the hell is Courtney? I mean, who is she? No disrespect to Monyetta, but and we know that she's done things outside of Neo. Like, I'm not going to reduce her to Neo, but I mean, and I know people love Kenya. I know they love them some Kenya, but for the exception of Kenya More Hair Care, what has Kenya done in the last 10 years that's not reality TV related? I mean, she's done a bunch of like cameos and things of that nature, but I mean, Drew was being shady, but Drew wasn't telling no lie. When was the last acting role we saw Kenya in? When was the last movie we saw Kenya in? I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to her because, you know, she was Miss USA. Like, she has a resume, but the reality of the situation is if we're just gonna go down the list and we're gonna talk about who these women are and what they bring to the table, I mean, okay, we definitely can throw Marlo out there. I mean, in the beginning, Marlo brought this idea of fashion and this idea of, you know, there was a mystery surrounding Marlo, but child, ain't nothing there no more. Like, I think we're all over the Marlo effect, you know. Hold on, let me see what Lil Mackie said. Hold on. The problem with Atlanta is that they put way too many celebrities on this franchise. Candy should have been the first and last celebrity they had on Atlanta. Why? Why? I don't understand. Why? I mean, tell me why, Lil Mackie. Um, right? It can't be people trying to come up. They don't have to be famous, but they need to be wealthy. Right? See, okay, and that's what. Listen. Let's go back to the original formula of Housewives. The original formula of Housewives was, and I never watched. Y'all know I never watched New York, and I never watched the OC. So I'm throwing that out the window. My first Real Housewives experience was Beverly Hills in Atlanta. But even that first season of Beverly Hills, and we talked about this the other day when we talked about what Nene was saying, how she felt like she was sort of the underdog on that first season because you had women who legit had pampered lifestyles. Sheree was sort of on the downside of her pampered lifestyle, but she legit was married to an NFL player at the time they were getting a divorce. She legit lived in this big ass house with a broke. I mean, even Carlos had to be shady and tell us the gate was broken, but she legit lived in this big ass house. I mean, granted, she was in the process of getting evicted, but from what we saw, you know, we saw Deshaun building this brand new dream house. Remember, I'll never forget, and I said this before and I'll say it again. Deshaun Snow had that, remember she had that salon built into her house, and everybody was like, that is what? How you have a salon? That is ridiculous. Who needs that? Who needs all of that? And now look at how these women are living now. Everybody got a salon in their house. Everybody has a room for glam in their house. All of them do now. And remember, Deshaun was the first to do it. We know how Kim was living. I mean, she legit was living off of Big Papa. I said that she had that drop top Bentley, baby. I said, bitch. Or was it a Rolls Royce? Whatever it was drop top. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lifestyle there. Lisa Wu, again, husband, legit NFL player. Now, that does not mean that these people had millions and millions of dollars. We know that. But it was the lifestyle that in our minds at the time, in our minds, we connected, right? She had a house manager. Deshaun had a house manager, right? We connected these things with that lifestyle, right? And so now we look at the reboot of the Real Housewives of New York, and we legit are looking at these women. These women are fighting over caviar. These women are fighting over cheese plates. These women are fighting over who bought too many clothes to the Hamptons for the weekend. These are rich women problems, and I am here for it. Okay? This is rich women problems, and I am here for it. You feel what I'm saying? Child, I remember that first season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and them women flew down to Vegas for the opening of what's my girl? She was only on like the first two seasons. Y'all know who my girl is. Her Maloff. We're opening up a new casino. What? What? A new what? Not a store inside of a casino. A new casino. Not a girls trip for the weekend and we have an invitation to the opening. No, ma'am. Her family was opening a casino on the Las Vegas Strip. Like, it was different. It was different. Even them women down to Dallas. Now, we know that Leanne was the one that didn't have no money, but Aaron's husband legit had money. I mean, not Aaron. What's the redhead girl name? Not Aaron. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the redheaded girl. And then her friend, now I can't remember none of the girls from the Real Housewives of Dallas. But the redhead and then her best friend, they legit had money. They were legit millionaires. Legit millionaires, right? Then when Tiffany Moon came on, she legit had money. Legit. Like, you know, her husband, like, she's a doctor, but that ain't even her money. Her husband family owns hotels all over the world. All over the world. All over the world. So, like, I think what we fell in love, when you look at Potomac and you look at Brandy, thank you. When we look at Potomac and you look at Atlanta, honestly, for the exception of Candy in Atlanta, all of them money funny. I mean, let's just call it. When I say, listen, they still got more money than me. Yes, Stephanie, thank you. Stephanie and Brandy, thank you. Now, listen, they still got more money than me. But again, if we're talking about the idea of a housewife, all of them money funny except for Candy. All of them money funny. Potomac, y'all already know what it is in Potomac. Y'all already know what it is over here. I done already told y'all the illusions and the grandeur and the fakeness. And listen, a lot of people ain't like Monique, and I get it. Fine. Y'all ain't like Monique. But listen, Monique was the only one that was Monique and Karen. And I know that people made fun of Karen, but Karen ain't never told no lie, baby. In order to owe millions to the IRS, baby, you gotta make millions. Now that's a fact. You don't owe $5 million to the IRS for income tax and you don't make that. That's just not how it works. That's just not how this works. Robin, we know, ain't had no money. Gisele living off of her alimony and child support. Mia, we already saw that illusion came tumbling down. Wendy and her husband make a good living, but baby, their student loans is more than their income. And I'm just telling you, I'm just calling a thing a thing. And I like these people with some of them, but it's just, if we're gonna talk about it, let's just talk about it. If we're gonna talk about it, let's just talk about it. Now, Ashley's husband legit had money, but you see how fast that was gone. The minute she divorced him, boop. But Ashley didn't have no money. Her husband had the money. So again, y'all ain't have to like Monique, but Monique was the only one that had legit money. And again, we know people say, well, it wasn't her money, it was her husband's. Okay, fine. That's fine. I'll accept that it was her husband's money. But it was legit. It was legit. Same thing with Karen. People talked about that first season. People talked about Karen's Formica countertops in her house. Okay, she hadn't upgraded her house, but baby, she owned it. It was her house in a rich ass neighborhood. Now, maybe she didn't invest in upgrades and she was fine. Hell, she was probably fine with that damn kitchen looking like that because we know Karen don't cook. Who cares about upgrading the kitchen if you ain't using it? I'm just saying. I liked Monique too. I went back. Now I went up and down with Monique. I started off not liking Monique and then I started liking Monique. But yeah. Maybe they are. Maybe they will be diva. And she might be able to get them forgiven. And that's fine. But I'm just saying, in about 5 years, well, more now because she has been doing Housewives and she's got that income coming in. But in about 5 years, Wendy and her husband be good. They'll be legit millionaires. They'll be good. Once they get them student loans off their back, they'll be good. Legit. Legit. But right now, the international Housewives shows are kicking the U.S. Housewives' tail. They're actually using the Housewives formula that the U.S. franchise started off with, especially the African shows. I need to get into those, little Mackie. I need to get, because I've been wanting to get into them, but listen, y'all know I can barely keep up with the shit over here, child. When Karen and Ray moved and the GE was searching for them, right? The Green Eyed Bandits were searching for them. And let's be clear. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all some real shit. And Carlee, you can confirm this. If I'm misspeaking, tell me I'm misspeaking. But Karen moved from Potomac to Great Falls. And for those who don't know, Great Falls is a more expensive neighborhood than Potomac. So that house that she was renting for those 2 seasons, that the Green Eyed Bandits was like, she don't really live there. She don't really live there. That house, it was in a more expensive neighborhood than that Potomac house that Karen was living in. Now Karen is back in Potomac, and she's the only one that's living in Potomac. Now people could say that she was renting it. Listen, let me tell you something. My auntie Buffy said, why would they buy a house? That's stupid. Both of them are older. They are both in a particular age group. Why would you go into that kind of debt at this point in your life? Why would you? Why would you buy a $3-4 million house? Right. Thank you, Diamond Pearl. Yeah, all my DMV people, get me together. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. But the neighborhood that she moved into when she left Potomac was more expensive than the neighborhood that she left. Now, she might have just been faking for the camera. That's fine. But I'm telling you what I know. Okay, little Mackie. Hold on, let me screenshot that because I gotta look up all them cities you just listed. Hold on. Because I want to look up all those cities you just listed. Hold on. Let me screenshot that. Uh-oh. Okay. Great Falls is one of the richest zip codes in the country. I'm telling you what I know. Because Great Falls is down there where it's down near Leesburg. That's where I go to the outlets. That's that outlet down there has my store that I like, Restoration Hardware. They have a Restoration Hardware outlet out there, and that's where I like to get my towels and my washcloths and stuff from there. They expensive, even at the outlet. They expensive, but baby, them things ain't nothing but the truth. Them things ain't nothing but the truth. Okay, child, this damn camera. Okay, so okay, real quick, let's get into these last two stories. Kenya told us that Mark is working on his own reality show, and that is part of what they're fighting over now. Because Mark wants permission to film with baby girl. And I found that to be very interesting with Brooklyn. And I found that to be very interesting because you were fighting so that she wouldn't be able to film. Talking about you didn't want your daughter's privacy invaded and this, that, and the other. Now you fighting to be able to film with her. I said that's some bullshit. Really be you got a lot of stuff in the background. What's all that stuff? Girl, what's the what you what's the like oh what's the what you talking about, girl? Girl, what you talking about? You wish listen, you should see what's really behind me. Maybe I moved too much and y'all saw what's behind me, baby. If you could see this couch. Woo, if you could see all this stuff on this couch, all the clothes that I left on this couch behind me, honey. Child. I knew Mark was putting on, he wanted to be famous. He doesn't want people in his business, not going to happen. Child. Okay. Child. But let me see. You can see. That's just part of the couch, child. Them clothes over there, them clothes that I need to take back upstairs. But they ain't going back upstairs today. I'm going to fold them real neat and just leave them on the couch. Listen, that's the thing about living by yourself. You ain't got to worry about nothing bothering nobody. Okay? Pat, y'all know my friend Pat. She stays in my basement, honey. But half the time, me and Pat don't even halfway see each other. And what I leave up here, don't bother her. I'm going to wash them little bit of dishes that's in the sink. And I ain't gonna worry about it. Make sure the trash went out today. I ain't leaving no trash in the trash can. The trash went out today. I'm gonna wash up them dishes that's in the sink. I'm gonna fold these clothes and I'm gonna leave them neatly. And whatever don't get upstairs between today and tomorrow morning, oh well. I worry about it when I get back, cause it ain't gonna bother nobody else. Listen, look, BBDTV. Listen, she said I done slept next to laundry before, and I have. That right there is my suitcase. If that's what you're talking about right here, this little green, that's a suitcase. And that's my Kindle that's sitting on top of that orange box. That's my Kindle, if that's what you're talking about. And then that's my journal that I'm taking with me. That book, and then there's two books there that I'm taking with me to read. So that's what that stuff is. That's why I need to find that other bag. Because I didn't want to put the books and stuff in my suitcase. I had the room for it, but I didn't want to put it, I didn't want to make them heavy. I didn't want to make my suitcase heavier than it needed to be. So when I get off of here, listen, I plan to be off of here by 8, but that probably ain't going to happen. But we're going to get off here in a few minutes, child. Thank you. Mother of one. Thank you, my love. So, child, we see that he just dirty for no reason. Just dirty. Just a dirty dog. Okay. Now, we talked a couple of weeks ago about DJ Envy when that article was presented in the newspaper about him allegedly being accused of scamming the people of the investment. Well, he has officially been sued. And let me read y'all. I'm sorry. Wait a minute, what? Oh, Lord. Child. think that was on the neighborhood talk. And then Soulja Boy's net worth is, we're going to get back to DJ Envy. Let me do the Soulja Boy one. I found it first. Soulja Boy's net worth is reportedly in the negative. Judge suggests that he cut expenses to pay the $472,000 that he owes his ex-girlfriend after losing his lawsuit. Baby, the judge said that he needs to move out of his mansion where he pays $25,000 a month to live in order to pay his ex-girlfriend for allegedly bashing her head in with a weapon back in 2019. Soulja Boy was recently denied by a judge to have a six-figure judgment thrown out after stating that he is struggling financially. Soulja Boy says that he rents his Los Angeles mansion and doesn't own any property. Has a car collection and only has $18,000 in jewelry. The judge, who found his argument unpersuasive, suggests that he cut back on his expenses instead of saying someone as close to zero financially as defendant claims to be might want to scale down the living arrangement. The $25,000 is a lot of monthly rent, even in Los Angeles. There's no reason in which the court is aware of that he could not relocate to a more modest, maybe $10,000 a month home. Child, that's what the judge said. Soulja Boy also claims that he's booked shows for 2023 that have since been canceled and that he owes $1 million in tax debt. The judge said, and while it is not clear, the defendant could just snap his fingers and book as many shows as he would like. Neither is it clear that he cannot work at all. It might not be the work he wants, and he might not be headlining, but the court has no reason to believe that he cannot perform at all. The judge said, sir, you might not be headlining, but there's no reason why you can't go out here and get you a gig. There's no reason why you can't go out here and hit the Soulja Boy, hit it. Oh, watch me. Oh, watch me got that Soulja Boy. Like he said, you can go out there and do it. You can go out there and hit it for the old time, for the one time. Especially this summer. You know how many festivals been going around this summer? How many things you could have hopped on this summer? And just it caught you a quick, 50K, 20K, 30K. I mean, I don't know how much people would pay to see Soulja Boy, but I'm just saying. And what I want to say is this, y'all. And I know I don't need to say that to any of y'all. I know I don't need to say this to any of my tribe because I know y'all know this already. But this is why we cannot get caught up in what people show us. Because to hear Soulja Boy tell the story, he's good. He got money. We see him online throwing money around. We see the jewelry. We see the cars. We see him living in these nice places. He said he making all this money and doing all these things that, he made his money off of mixtapes. And we know that he originally did. But you clearly have outspent what you bring in at this point. And that's why but yeah, not I'd pay $2 to see Soulja Boy, child. You pay $2 more than I would. But that's the thing, y'all. That's the whole thing. It's like people got to stop getting caught up in what people show us, because the Wizard of Oz behind the camera, exactly, Dama, it is smoke and mirrors. It is smoke and mirrors. Don't get caught up in them labels. Don't get caught up in that jury. Smoke and mirrors. All right, let's talk about this DJ Envy situation before we get ready to get off of here. Now, we already talked about it. We already did a whole video on DJ Envy, but I just want to go. Now he's actually being sued, okay? DJ Envy is allegedly out here committing, this is the neighborhood talk, child. They being shady. They said beige crimes. According to court documents, he is accused of two different lawsuits of committing real estate fraud. Word is he's been running a Ponzi scheme. The lawsuits allege that he took investments for a property that never manifested. We're talking over $1.5 million intended for an investment property project. Reports first surfaced about these investments in 2018. We're told that COVID may have caused a delay, but the investors aren't buying it. They're accusing Envy and his alleged accomplices of straight up stealing their money and not delivering a product. One investor paid over $300K and wants his money back immediately. More details about the case will be released soon. So we went through that whole article that was in the paper. I think that was about 2 weeks ago. And the article sort of broke down how they basically got these people to invest in the property they were going to build, but they never built the property. First, they said it was being held up because of the wrong, and then blue, 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 blue. Fast forward, boom, we still don't have nothing. I mean, that was the quick, child, we did a whole video on it. My Tracy's not in here. I was going to ask Tracy to drop the link, but child, we did a whole video about 2 weeks ago on it, child. I wonder how these YouTubers afford mansions. It's wild. Need to do research. Now, it depends on which YouTuber. It depends on how many subscribers. It depends on if they have sponsors. Let me tell you something. Legit, there are YouTubers with 100,000 subscribers that might make $20,000 a month. So if you're looking at a YouTuber that has 200,000 subscribers, 300,000 subscribers, and they're consistent in putting out their content, they legit could be making $50, $60, $70, $80,000 a month, right? And then the bigger YouTubers get the sponsors. So now they're getting money from sponsorships. People like the Logan Pauls, he makes so much money off of sponsoring, off of people, product placement and sponsors that commercials and advertisements and stuff like that. Like, it's legit. Like, there now, again, it depends on which YouTubers you're talking about, how many subscribers they have, and all that other stuff. But there's legit. It's legit. Shoot, I'm trying to get to the point where I can retire, honey. Shoot, what you talking about? Oh, child. But yeah, it could be done. Like I said, like Logan Paul, I mean, he makes so much money off of just his endorsements and stuff. They might be putting these mansions in places like Wyoming or Minnesota, places where people don't want to live. That could be true too. But I mean, that's like Tasha K. Tasha K was making like at her peak, Tasha K was making like $50,000 a month. She said that herself. I'm not making that up. She said that herself. She was making like $50,000 a month. Right. That's true too, Cindy. A lot of YouTubers go over to Instagram and they monetize. They go over to TikTok and they monetize. You used to be able to monetize on Facebook. Like a lot of YouTubers have Patreon where they make money off of Patreon. A lot of YouTubers might do meet and greets and do in-person things where they make money. Like it's money to be made. That's why the subscribership is so important. The clicks and oh, that's Pat. I was like, what? The clicks and views, are important. So, yeah, honey. Oh, it is. It's a nice chunk of change. It absolutely is. Hey, Pat. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? I am great. I am great.
You excited for your trip?
I am excited for my trip. Yes. Yes, I am. What y'all got? Oh, okay. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. So yeah, so that's what's going on, child. So I'm about to get off here in a few minutes, so I can go find that daggone bag. But yeah, Pete, when you look at a YouTuber, again, everybody's different. I'm not clocking nobody's money, but when you look at a YouTuber that has anywhere from $100,000 to $150,000, just know that their YouTube check generally, ballpark. Again, I'm not clocking nobody's paycheck, but ballpark, they making probably about 20, at least 20K a month, at least minimal, if they're consistent. Yeah, look at them numbers. Look at those super chats. Thank you, Morgan. I do need to go. Let me run down here to the store and get the daggone sunscreen. Pat, I done been to 5,000 stores this week, and I have forgot to buy sunscreen.
What?
Child, today alone, I went to Target, CVS, and Giant. today alone.
I wish you had told me to remind you to get sunscreen.
Child, I thought about it, and I thought about it yesterday while I was out. Child, Mr. Beast makes 40 million a year on YouTube. I don't know who Mr. Beast is, but yeah. You watch a lot of family YouTubers? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. Thank y'all for being here. Again, I have scheduled pre-records to upload. I said I was going to talk about New Jersey, but I really do need to get off of here. But let's talk about New Jersey when I get back. By the time I get back, I'll probably be in season 3 of New Jersey, child. But let's talk about New Jersey when I get back. Hell yeah, Candy's making money on YouTube. Candy's making Candy's probably making about 20, but remember, Candy's got what, like 300,000 subscribers? Candy's got like 300,000 subscribers on Instagram. I mean, on her YouTube, and she's got 2 different YouTube channels. She does. I mean, yeah, she has 2 different. But she got one with just her music, and then she's got Candy Coated Nights and her Speak On It. Look at them numbers for them Speak On It. Candy making about 20,000-30,000 at minimum. She's making about $20,000-$30,000 just off of YouTube minimum. Yeah, and she does her Amazon stuff too. Yeah, Candy is definitely. That's why I said Candy. You know, it's a nice check for her, but Candy don't have no problem walking away. Oh man. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. I will see y'all somewhere, somehow. Thank y'all for being here and coming through. Mwah! I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.